The Palestinian Authority says a group of diplomats have come under fire during a visit to the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Delegates from the Middle East and Europe were among those in Jenin when the shots rang out. Now, this footage captures the moment the group of 20 was being briefed on the situation in Jenin, and they were giving interviews to journalists when they heard gunshots. No injuries have been reported. The Israeli military says that its soldiers had to fire warning shots because the delegation deviated from the route that they had been approved for their visit. They have apologized for the incident. And for more now, I want to bring in DW's Tanya Kramer in Jerusalem. Tanya, good to see you. What more do we know about this incident, and what is Israel saying about it?
Well, just give you a bit more background to this visit. This visit was organized by the Palestinian Authority for those diplomats there were over 20 diplomats from regional European and other Western countries on this visit to Jenin in the northern West Bank. And they were there to observe the humanitarian situation because, as you know, there have been since several weeks and since January about the Israeli military is operating there extensively, and tens of thousands of Palestinians have been displaced because of that military operation. And the camps themselves, there was another visit on Monday to Tulkarem, also in the north. Now this was today to Jenin, and the camps themselves are almost off limits to enter. Now this was a tour with those diplomats. There were also media present. As you said, the video shows those shots being fired, and the Israeli military put out the statement saying that it was a visit. They acknowledged it was coordinated with the Palestinian Authority, but the delegation deviated from the approved route, and soldiers fired these warning shots to distance the delegation. But you can clearly see they're standing behind a gate that was erected to close the refugee camp off from there. So we already have a fallout diplomatically. Many of the home capitals of those diplomats have put out statements clearly condemning this, asking for further investigation. We heard from the EU Foreign Policy Chief, Ms. Callas, saying that even warning shots are unacceptable. Any threats to diplomats' lives are unacceptable. And this comes, of course, as there are already high tensions between many countries in the EU and other Western nations with Israel over its conduct in Gaza, but also in the occupied West Bank.
Okay, DW's Tanya Kramer with the latest in Jerusalem on this incident. Tanya, thank you.